Hi fandom, this video is labeled Season B through 8 Wishlist because after the long Season 7A where we had the majority of the episodes being filler, I have great hopes and dreams that Season 7B as well as Season 8 will deliver at least a few things from the comic. I don't want it to go straight by the comic because it does take away quite a bit of the element of surprise, but it's a few things that I would like to see. So that being said, there are spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, you should stop. At least have caught up to 7A, which is episodes 1 through 8, before you watch this. If you like spoilers, good. If you don't, run if you don't want some. Um, the other thing, oh, reminder to myself, if you like to follow or chat, you can do that with Deanie_Grimes00 on Twitter, or of course, all comments are welcome. Most comments, let me say not all, because it could be some weird stuff, but most The Walking Dead comments are welcome, and I welcome them because I like talking about The Walking Dead most of the time. Let's say all of the time. Um, what else? Oh, the content. This information um, belongs to Skybound. So we want to give a big thanks to Skybound. The following content contains material that belongs to Skybound and is being used under fair use guidelines for fandom discussion. So big thanks to them because we love the show and quite a few of us in the fandom like the comic. So thank you, Skybound, for this show that we love so much. The 16 episodes we get a year, split over a nice long summer break and a month and a half winter break. So, one of the first things that we have is this conversation between Negan and Rick, where Negan, I don't know, I don't like Negan, but sometimes he does make me laugh. And I hate that because I really don't like him. I don't like the way he treated Rick. So I'm trying to deal with that. But the conversation where they were talking about how, we're not going to be close because of how we met and how it started, I think that was true, you know. Now, if you move forward to present day comic life, it's a little ironic, possibly, maybe, but from where they're at to what's going on in this part of the show, storyline wise, no, they cannot be friends. But luckily, this was done. This was done in 7A. So we had this scene, which was cute and funny and cute and funny and cute and funny. So they skip around a lot, and that's one of the concerns I have. I mean, maybe that helps. Actually, let me go back. I don't think that's a problem. It's a good thing in a way. It's a good thing that they are not consistent in the following the comic because they do need to make it its own thing. But sometimes they skip around. You don't know if something is gonna happen or not gonna happen at all. So that conversation happened, and then in the comic, Rick was ready to fight and he actually tried to kill Negan, which I agree with a lot. Let's kill Negan. But he did it. His assassination attempt was used, um, or helped to be executed by Andrea, which, or who we know is not in the comic. No, in the comic, but not the show. So I thought this would be possibly a remixed issue. First, we'd have to get the momentum to where Rick felt like fighting, had the manpower and the confidence to implement some kind of strategy. But then, is he going to use Andrea, show Andrea Michonne, Sasha, or that lady from Cindy from Oceanside? Sasha and Cindy can shoot. Michonne cannot shoot that gun worth a damn. So that could be a remixed thing. I want it. I do. I sort of want that. That's why it's one of my number things. But it could be something that they don't use at all. Now we had some, different fans taking pictures over the break. Um, so this particular picture by Rachel Wagner, I believe, looks like it would lend itself to that being used in the show. No promises, but the setup of that one picture sort of follows that one panel in the comic. So that gives me hope that at least that wish list item could be used in the future. Could be. Doesn't have to be. But if they do, good things. Good things. The comic aligns itself that Rick has all this help from Heath, who's came up missing, from Holly, who we think that could be Sasha, but she's at the hilltop, and some other random dude. I don't know who he is. Maybe that's Aaron. Okay, I'm assuming that's Aaron. Let me just say it's Aaron and be wrong. Okay, if everyone was ready to participate, would Rick try to lock Negan inside of Alexandria and have Andrea, aka Michonne, Sasha, Cindy, shoot him, but not shoot him, so Negan and Rick could have a one-on-one situation? I think it's quite possible. I just don't know. Now, I will say this. I can't tell you when I heard this, and I am a little cuckoo, so maybe I didn't hear exactly what I thought I heard, but I'm just going to go on and mention it just in case it has relevance. Somewhere before season 7 started, or a little bit after it started, there was a report that Negan, Jeffrey D. Morgan, pulled his rib, cracked his rib, hurt himself, something. So, because I'm just trying to make parallels where they may not be any, I'm thinking maybe he hurt himself while they were fighting in 7B. Possibly. And if that's the case, then that scene could actually come to pass. Don't know. Now, I want it to happen. I want Negan and Rick to fight really bad, and I really want. I'm okay if Negan has to win for the story, but if Rick could just wail on him, give him something to think about. That's where I'm at with it. Just a little taste. I would be okay with that. But anywho, so in this panel, we see that Rick didn't realize that Negan had people set up just in case they tried something crazy. And this out again, this is one of the items that I have like, hey, on my wish list. But it gives me pause because I don't know. I don't know if the way Alexandria is set up, they have places where people could hide and not be visible that could possibly do this kind of sneak attack on Rick. I don't think we have that kind of setup in Alexandria. I mean, it's possible because you do have the person with the boot, and he was able to hide across the street, look in a tree, and see Father Gabriel. So maybe we do have it. Okay, maybe we do have it. But I don't want Rick to try anything else that he's not very sure would work out. But yet I want that scene. So I'm on the fence on that scene. That scene could happen, doesn't have to happen, but I would like it to happen. This is another monologue for Negan. This man likes to talk so much. Oh my gosh. I don't really want any more monologues from Negan. We had so many in 7-8. 7A, excuse me. We had so many monologues from Negan. I'm okay with them using the comic, but they do need to find a way to not give us all those monologues. So number 4, this is where we get back to the lineup. Now, if you go back to 7A, when he came to Alexandria for the first time, he made sure to say he would line them back up again if they didn't learn their lesson, and he would kill a woman. He doesn't want to, but he would. So, a lot of people are saying we're going to have a second lineup. I sort of think we are too, because it would be no reason for him to say it in 7A and then not do it. I mean, that would be quite ridiculous and a waste of time and energy. So, I think that is going to happen. Is it going to be at Alexandria or some other community? That to me is the question, because you have to have this whole setup here where Rick tries again to do a coup and it doesn't go that way. And number 5 is the sharpshooter scenes from the comic. Like I said, Michonne can't shoot worth a damn. She can't. So they took the time to show us her not shooting at all, and she was so angry and all the other good stuff. I think because they're not going to use Michonne, they could use Sasha. They could use Cindy or some other person I'm not even thinking about for this scene. But I like the scene. I like the scene when it's Andrea because of, how it ends with Rick worrying about his boo thing. I thought that was so sweet and awesome. But we know Rick loves his people. So if he doesn't use his boo thing, he could use some of these other people that are willing to put their lives on the line to help him take power from Negan and the Saviors. So it could be anybody. Again, they could trash it all together, but they don't have to. If they use this scene, I think they're going to remix this creepy dude, though. I think this is going to be that a rock chick. That would be the hottest thing. Somebody from the Saviors against somebody from the Survivors, and they have a fight, like a real fight. Now I'm not really cool with the guy beating up on the girl thing, obviously. And I don't even know if AMC has the balls to do that story wise. It's been explained to me that some things the comic can do that the show probably wouldn't do. I think this is one of them, but I at least want to see it. I think they could substitute a rock, and it would be kick ass. It would be magical, you guys. It really would. So that is one of the ones that's like hot on my list. Like I want that. I want someone to fight. I don't want to be Davy because he's a creepo. The guy that was helping Davy beat up Aaron, he's another guy that could be substituted in that position. But I think a rock. I think that would be hot. Just me. Just me. So then you have Negan and Rick talking again, and Negan letting Rick know that whoever's in that watchtower is about to get killed. So that's why I said for the whole cutesy love story-ish stuff, that I think is cool. But if we already established Rishon is what it is, then you don't necessarily have to do that. But you could substitute another survivor that can fight into it and it'll be hot. Then we move on to Negan getting Lucille shot. Again, this already happened. And I'm happy that it happened. But I'm mad because wouldn't it be nice to kill him? Or, look, let's say you guys love Negan. Because some people just love him to death. Whatever. You love him, that's your life. Live it. But at least scrape him with the bullet. It could have went past his face. He could have had a scar underneath his cheek, just like Rosita. That would have been the hottest. Oh my. It would have been awesome. But you're going to shoot a bat? Come on, you guys. A bat? Really? Could have did better. I think we could have done. I know we could have done better than that. Especially when you're getting ready to kill Olivia and Spencer. It could have been easily blood for blood. Blood for blood. But, again, that's me. My thoughts and opinions could be. I know people don't always agree with me. I understand that. But shooting a bat, though it was a comic thing, I got it. We're doing it because it's a comic thing. They could have they could have let what could they have done? They could have had the bullet graze the bat and just put a little scar on his face. That would have been hot. And you still got the bat, and you still got him, and you still got him bleeding, which is what I really want. But anywho, so you got Negan and Rick fighting, and he's not winning. That's the part that makes me so mad. Like, Rick is scrappy as hell. And maybe Negan is too, but he just likes to talk a lot. We haven't seen Negan swing on a damn thing. So maybe he can't fight as much as he thinks he can. I forgot what number we're on right now. But anywho, whatever number it is, we finally have the lineup. He talks about the lineup. They fight about the lineup. And finally, they have the lineup. So we don't have Heath. He's somewhere whispering or something. Whatever the heck he's doing, getting his hair done. I don't know. But he is nowhere to be seen. So it will be just Aaron, Sasha, Rick, and whomever else. I guess. I guess. Now, this is my remix on this one. I just thought about it. Sorry. What if when he said bring the boy to me, he's really talking about Daryl? What if they remix it or move it around somehow where it's not about it's not, in fact it's not going to be about Lucille being shot because that already happened. But they can introduce this scene if they make it about where the hell is Daryl. If they do that, awesome. Oh, you guys, it would be so fun. Oh my gosh. Now, can they do all this with only 8 episodes? I doubt it. But I want to see it. I'm sorry. I do want to see it. Then we move on to a rot slash that other guy at the gate, Savior fighting Michonne, Sasha, Cindy. And finally, Michonne, Sasha, Cindy kicks that dude's butt. It's just a really elaborate fight scene. And I sort of want that. There's a, there's just, it's just interesting. I want to see it because we haven't had a lot of fighting. We've been cowering a lot this season. So some, I want some fights, some bloodshed. Not ours. We've bled enough. It's time to make the saviors bleed. And they must. There must be some blood involved. The extent of it, we don't know. But if we go by the panels, I mean, like I said, there's a couple of things and the other thing that I don't, like I said, I don't know where this would take place. Because the watchtower at Alexandria is is almost as underdeveloped as the one at the hilltop. So to me, it would have to be some other place because this happened in a quote unquote bell tower. So I don't know. Can they give me this? I really hope they do. Please. It could even be Carol. Carol could be doing it, but I don't, I already have my opinions on her, you guys. If you saw any of my other videos, you know, I think she's on the bench. She's, what do they call it when the athlete is on is sort of, he can't work. Whatever that is what she is right now. She can't. She needs to catch up, recuperate. Recuperate. There you go. So it could even be Carol, but I don't think it'll be Carol because she's reflecting and recuperating. So it could be her. I don't think it'll be her. So as opposed to Negan getting down to business and just shooting somebody already. Not shooting. Batting somebody already. He's not. He's too busy just talking. I don't know. I don't get it. But anywho, So after that, he does his, couple more speeches. Like I said, they need to condense that for sure. I didn't write that as a wish list, but that's an honorable mention. Condense Negan's monologues. Please. Dialogue 2. Please. It's not necessary. Then you go back to the sniper fight. And the savior wants to talk just like Negan, unnecessary. If you whooping this chick up, just whoop her. But while he's talking and reflecting, that gives Michonne, Sasha, Cindy, Carol, whoever, opportunity to pick up that knife and try to slice his monkey. So that I want to see that. If they give us this, give me the slice. Please give it to us. Please give it to us. Now, I didn't say this, but I'm going to say it now. There's a lot of speculation about Holly, who is in this second lineup, and the fact that Sonequa Martin Green has a leading role in a Star Trek franchise that is supposed to start airing May this year. So a lot of people want the Holly death. And if you don't know what the Holly death is, you could Google it and find out in 5 seconds flat. It was done twice already. It was done in Fear the Walking Dead, and it was even done in season 3, I think it was, of The Walking Dead, when they had the governor and Penny. They had it there. So that's already been done. They may or may not do it again, but my thought was, or hope, I don't want Sasha to go. Honest to God, I don't. It just does something to me. But if they did, they could do another remix. They could let it be where, as opposed to the comic, where the sniper fought and possibly got away, that they could actually kill the person on the survivor side. But then you got this scene here where you have Rick saying, Andrea. Can you imagine him saying, Michonne, Michonne? That would be, see, that's why I wanted to, it would be nice to be Michonne. I don't want some dude beating her in the face and, oh my goodness. But him turning around saying Michonne, that would be awesome. Or he could turn around and say Sasha. I don't see him turning around and saying Cindy. He don't even know this chick. We don't even know this chick. So I sort of want it, but I sort of don't want it. Okay, my number 10. So another monologue, but this time it's not about Negan picking the right hand man. This time he's trying to see who will, I guess, betray the group. That's an interesting aspect, although, of course, I don't want that to happen because everybody on the survivor side is awesome and great. But it'd be interesting if they tried that. That's why I added it to my wish list. I really don't wish that anyone, I don't really want him to have a monologue, and I don't want anyone to even think about or anticipate going against Rick and the survivors, but it'd be interesting. Okay, my number 11. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes I mention the number, sometimes I don't. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. Okay, but number 11. Jesus saves the day with guest appearances from Shiva. With guest appearances, guest appearances from King Ezekiel. You guys, can they please give us this? They don't give us too much else. Could they please give us Jesus, Shiva, King Easy, whoopings Negan behind, please? And it doesn't have to be season 7b. It can even move on to 8. I'm saying that because they like to stretch stuff out. Sorry. Inside joke. But anywho, I don't want it to move so fast, but I don't want it to move so slow. So, I don't know. But number 12 is King Ezekiel. Oh my God. He comes in with the second wave after the second lineup, and they shut Negan and the Saviors down. You guys, that would be the bomb. It really would be. But we'll see. Then we move on to number 13. Negan finally is under the impression that it's real. He and Rick will not be able to play nice. It's time for MF war. I think that's my last one. Number 13 is my last one. So subscriber shout out to Trey Boy, the Rider One, and Dorothea Nelson. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate your comments in the past and present. Um, I really enjoy The Walking Dead. I try to look at other things, but I still come back to it because it is such a interesting, fascinating story. I love the diversity in it. I love that this motley crew of people became a family and they're working their best to survive together. That is just so beautiful to me. Um, so again, that was my 1 through 13 wish list items. Of course, I did not mention all 1 through 13 because I'm goofy like that. Now I do apologize. But your thoughts, fandom. This is opportunity to say what you are looking forward to in 7b and 8 moving forward. Even if you like Negan, I have to accept that there are some people who like the guy. I don't. But there are some who love him. So I have to sort of be okay with that. Um, Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and even share with friends. I will try to mention new subscribers as I get them. So thank you for any future subscribers, old and new. And I will try to keep up with that. It's just a little inconvenient, but I got you. I'll still try to keep up with it. Moving forward, we have less than a month until the show's back on, so that gets a big hand clap. We have less than 2 weeks before Here's Negan chapter 10 is released. And in the month of February, we have two episodes. God, I keep doing that. Sorry. Two issues in the Walking Dead comic book um to tell us how the survivors kingdom Hilltop is doing after the Whisperer War. So the next few weeks are going to be pretty eventful, and they have, I think the comic will only be 25 cents, the one that's being released in February. So that's something good for the family to enjoy. And that's it. Thank you for your time, your day. And we have a couple of things to look forward to in season 7, 8, and the end of season 7 for The Walking Dead coming.